Hey guys, I hope you're okay. I've not been the greatest at times because I've been going through spiritual warfare and obviously witchcraft, but I know that and I just carry on regardless. And this is just me showing my love for God and showing my joy in faith. I will not lie, I have times where I struggle in faith, but the Lord always preserves me and makes me better. And so we shall, as he is mighty and he is beautiful, and he is bountiful and he is gracious, and he is our amazing, amazing creator. And he forever will be. The Lord is my rock, the Lord is my shepherd, and the Lord forever will be, well, my joy, my happiness, my everything. The Lord is everything to me. He is much better than gold. He is much better than gold. Cruelness of the devil. The cruelness of the devil. This is my cruelness to the devil sermon. For cruelness, being unkind, being vindictive, is all the devil knows. For cruelness, being unkind, being vindictive, is all the devil knows. For he wants all to fall. For he wants all to fall. For he wants all to fall. Well, I think I read this wrong actually. For cruelness, being unkind, being vindictive, is all the devil knows, for he wants the fall. And I think that means the fall of man. For cruelness, being unkind, being vindictive, is all the devil knows, for he wants the fall. And I think that means the fall of man. The devil wishes for no one to prosper. The devil wishes for no one to prosper, and to hold power and glory over all. And to hold power and glory over all. The devil wants to be worshipped. The devil wants to be worshipped when he cannot be. The devil wants to be worshipped when he cannot be. For men cannot be gods, and neither can heathens. For men cannot be gods, and neither can heathens, and neither will they be. For men cannot be gods, and neither can heathens, and neither will they be. The vengeance and wrath of the Lord will come down upon the devil and all his children. The vengeance and wrath of the Lord will come down upon the devil and all his children. For the unholy will reap no reward. For the unholy will reap no reward, unless the devil wants them to prosper, unless the devil wishes for them to prosper. But for those who struggle and fight in faith, but for those who struggle and fight in faith, and love God with all their hearts, and love God with all their hearts, and love God with all their hearts, they will reap their rewards in heaven. They will reap their rewards in heaven. For the Lord states, it shall be so. For the Lord states, it shall be so. And the Lord wants all his children to prosper. And the Lord wants all his children to prosper. All who do good, faithful works in the Lord shall be granted joy and peace in heaven. All who do good, faithful works in the Lord shall be granted joy and peace in heaven. Okay then. I don't know why. Oh, the Bible's moved again. This is annoying. Sorry, guys. The Bible kind of decided to get a mind of its own. So I was meant to be reading, what's it called? Job, I think it was. I think it's Job, for this sermon. And I cannot for the life of me now find Job. So apologies for the delay where this is concerned. If I am taking a while, sorry. It's just I'm kind of flicking through my Bible. Here we go. Satan's cruelty. And here we begin. Satan's request. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doeth Job fear God for naught? Hast not thou made a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself put not thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. Job's afflictions. And there was a day when his sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job, and said, The oxen were ploughing, and the asses feeding beside them. And the Sabines fell upon them, and took them away. They have slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another, and said, The fire of God is fallen from heaven. The fire of God is fallen from heaven, and hath burned up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them. And only I am escaped to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another, and said, The Chaldeans made out 3 bands, and fell upon the camels, and have carried them away, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword. And I am only escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another, and said, Thy sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead, and I only am escaped to tell thee. Satan's second affliction of Job. Again there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord. And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, and I think this is one of the important things, because this goes to show that Satan isn't just in hell. Satan is not just in hell. That is a lie. Satan is not just in hell. Satan is not just in hell. Okay. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause? And Satan answered the Lord and said, Skin for skin, all that a man hath, will he give for his life. But put forth thy hand now, and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. So I think Job lost his children, Job lost his wife, Job lost his land, he lost his integrity, and also his health, and all because of Satan. Another part. Grief is unbearable. Job, grief is unbearable. But Job answered and said, Oh, that my grief were thoroughly weighed, and my calamity laid in the balances together. And my calamity laid in the balances together, for now it would be heavier than the sand of the sea. Therefore my words are swallowed up, for the arrows of the Almighty are within me. The poison whereof drinketh up my spirit. The terrors of God do set themselves in array against me. Doeth the wild ass bray when he hath grass? Or loweth the ox over